Hello, welcome back to my channel, Midnight Matinee. It's nice to have the Midnight Owls and Couch Potatoes here again. If you're looking for something to watch, something to pass the time, and maybe something to connect with you, I think I've got a good one for you today. I have reviewed a few of the more popular movies and shows right now, and I will do that because that helps you get recognized. People are always looking for opinions on the most recent stuff, but I want my channel to largely be about older or more obscure things. Certainly, this show I'm about to talk about has around 4 seasons already and appears to still be going, so it may, in some parts, especially Canada, be extremely well known. But I think the more people that know about it, the better, both for the show and for you personally. I know that I feel better having found this show. So let me get right to it. It's a show called Still Standing. There's actually a sitcom of the same name. I won't get into that one, but that's a great show also. This, I hate to call it reality TV because I have nothing but contempt for reality TV, an absolute disdain for it. I think it's one of the main reasons entertainment has devolved and we've lost out on quality content because it's cheap, it's fast, and people like the shocky way that reality TV goes. People love to watch a train wreck, and that's what most reality TV is. I think this falls more under documentary. And the reason is because there's no gimmick, there's no hook. You don't feel bad for these people. They're not manipulating people, and it actually makes you feel good at the end of the episode, and not better by comparison. It makes you feel good. There's a phrase I like. It's called, and you've heard it plenty. It's called "Faith in Humanity Restored," and that's this show, which is anti-reality TV, again, in my opinion. So that's why I don't like to call it that. I feel confident that you will feel better about yourself and the world around you if you watch this show. There's so much division in the world right now, in the media, on YouTube, anywhere you turn. It seems like there's people clawing to tear everyone down and tear everybody apart. This show, while not taking a shot at cities, is about the small town. And I'm going to see if I can kind of quote what the gentleman says. Johnny Harris is the host of the show Still Standing. And the reason it's called that is because he visits these small towns that, despite lower economy or sometimes heartbreaking situations like wildfires, that the towns are still standing. The people are still there making a life of it. And he's a stand-up comedian. I actually don't know him outside of this show. He's in another show called Murdoch Mysteries. You may know him from that. He's a supporting character in that. And his phrase when he starts each episode, he says, when you grow up in a small town in Newfoundland, because he's in Canada, you find that people have a sense of humor about hard times. And he's turned that into a career by hitting the road and visiting all these small towns in Canada, trying to find the funny where you least expect it, where people are on the ropes but hanging in there. And tell me, and I may not have delivered that real well, and I apologize. The way he delivers it is fantastic. But tell me that isn't more what we need. I personally would love to see this done again in America, Mexico, Australia, China, Scotland, anywhere. It would be beautiful to see somebody go and visit these small towns, because what he does is he goes to these small towns and you get to see some beautiful country in several different seasons, from the snow to the bright blue skies, the blue oceans and beautiful cliffs, grassy fields, just gorgeous country. and he visits with these people, and he partakes in their little town. He visits for a week. He shows up, and he gets to know the people. He gets to know teachers, fireworkers, policemen, mayors. He gets to anybody that has a small business, whether they're fishermen or carpenters, and he gets involved. He gets his hands right in there. He attempts everything that they do. They show him how to do it, and he gives it a try so he can kind of experience for a few days how this town gets by every single day. And at the end of the week, he does a free stand-up show for the townspeople, where he talks to them about who he met, who he talked with, and what he experienced. And he does it in a very humorous jokes, because he's a comedian, obviously, and lighthearted, and it just really brings the community together in a beautiful way. It does. I know I keep repeating myself, and I apologize, but it makes you feel good. This is a feel-good show, if ever there was one. And so there's a lot of laughs. There's some heartbreak in season 3, which I had to jump to because I just finished season 1. And I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. This is free right now on IMDb TV, which you can either get through its own app or through Amazon. But season 2, for some reason, isn't free. So I just finished season 1. Thought I'd do a video. So I jumped to season 3. The first episode of season 3, he's visiting with a town that recently went through a wildfire, and he doesn't make light of the situation, but again, these towns have found a way to survive, and he brings some lightheartedness to an area that could use it real bad right now, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Also, the diversity between the towns, their histories. You learn some amazing things, which is why I would like to see this in more countries as well. You get to learn about these towns if you've ever been on a road trip, that you drive through these 3 towns and you wonder, how long have they been there? How did they get started? What's kept them around? And that's what this show dives into. You get to know these people, and I really recommend it, if to anybody, to give it at least 1, if not 3 episodes, and see if you just don't feel better having viewed it. Better about the world around you. You kind of realize, hey, it's not as awful as at all the time. There's truly some awful things out there. There's no denying that. But people in general want to be good neighbors and respect you and appreciate you when you're a good neighbor. And a community that pulls together is one of the strongest things that can exist. And that's what this show does in a lighthearted and entertaining manner. I highly recommend it to everybody. Please give it a shot. And then let me know. Comment below if you've seen it. Or if you go watch it, come back and leave me a comment. And let me know what you think of it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.